Hi, my name is Anders, and in this video I'll show you how you can use market intelligence to identify relevant leads. There are currently in our database 3.5 million apps for which we provide download and revenue data. They are hardly all relevant to you, so let's narrow that down. One of the ways of narrowing that down would be to look at apps that map to a specific criteria, such as, for instance, a specific type of app. Let's say that you specifically work really well with social, photo, sharing apps. Now, by adding these three keywords up here, I am getting results of apps that have all three keywords in the App Store metadata that we scrape. So typically the App Store descriptions. There are 30,000 apps that map to the criteria selected above. It could be that you want to narrow that down further. Maybe your particular service works better with Google Play. So let's say Google Play to get Android apps. And maybe you actually specifically want to have the apps for photography. So we'll add that filter as well, and we're down to 9,000 apps. Still quite a chunk if you are looking to reach out to them as leads. So what we can do to further qualify this list of apps is we can apply some country download and revenue ranges. I click this button, I choose download range, and I say, well, we want apps that have at least 5,000 installs. And we're now down to 321 apps that have at least 5,000 installs and map to the criteria selected above. This could be a really good way to you to identify a list, you'd export it to CSV, and work with that as your lead list for the coming week. Another way of identifying relevant leads is to going about it in a more sort of typical App Store top charts way. So you'd say Apple App Store, you choose the category, say the business category, you choose device, let's say iPad, and you can even specify business model and whether the app has or has not in-app purchase. Now, this will provide us with an overview of 4,503 apps, which is still quite a chunk full, but specifically for this use case, we're actually not necessarily looking for a specific type of app, but rather apps that were launched within the last 30 days. In this case, we want to use the release date filter, which is available here. So I'll say launch within the last 30 days, and then to have the time period map that, we'll also choose to get data for the last 30 days, which appear here. So you'll see the selection above, you'll have the results below, 35 apps launched within the last 30 days in the Apple App Store business category, iPad apps that are free with in-app purchase. I hope you'll find it useful, and we welcome any feedback that you may have. Happy data mining, and thank you for watching.